Our first day of the week change was Wednesday. Just a spelling change to reflect its pronunciation, and I wanted to preserve the memes around that day as much as I could. It is Wednesday, my dudes. And then we went on to Doomsday just a little bit after, which of course is extremely linked to Mountain Dew, both in name and in action.
We talk about Mountain Dews, baby.
How neat is that?
And we have one more remaining until the due Doomsday deadline, which will become an official day, like the one out of a year, on January 5th, depending on the outcome of this series. Also remember, December is a thing. Remember, the 15th of December. So Mountain Dew gets an entire month commemorated in their name. And I will be doing one more day of the week, which will be Saturday, that is going to be taken out. Because I did say in that Doomsday lesson as well, I wish there was no repeats of the starting letter for days of the week. You could just have the one letter abbreviation. And so I will be accomplishing that today. And that is because Saturday will now be Coda Day, because Coda means directly like the end or end, and Saturday is the end of the week, at least if you look on like a calendar. I mean, for whatever reason, Sunday starts a lot of weeks, and I actually really like Sunday as a word. I don't want to tamper with it at all. Even if you're like, Saturday's not the direct end, which I kind of agree with you, it is still part of the weekend, so I think it's just fine. Also, we've got some tie-ins and objectives accomplished here. Code Red, extremely prominent flavor of Mountain Dew, so this would reflect nicely on them, a nice little reminder built in. But it is also the last day of 2022, the last day of the year. I set out to get sponsored in this year and was created in this year, so it is rather fitting that I would make the end day on the last day of 2022. And then I replaced the C of Coda with a K, because we've always talked about how the K does not get enough shine and opportunities. That also applies for my initials and me! So K gets the spotlight here. Plus, like, Coda Day also somewhat reminds me of, like, Komodo dragons. Just a lot of shared letters in there. And I also mentioned in my initial sponsorship video that that was, like, one of my all-time goals, too. One of my due dice that I was wanting to get sponsored by Mountain Dew #1, and then I would always joke that I also wanted to own a Komodo dragon just because they're sick. So maybe I can become a propetitor to one of those at some point, but I'm not going to make that one an ultimate serious goal. So Mountain Dew, you should do some serious thinking if you want all of these words to be a good reflection of you and opportunities for me to do good towards Mountain Dew. Or they can be exactly the opposite. There is that option. So maybe you want to go with the Code Red reflective Coda Day and not stick with the Turdy option. And as I did just create the end day, let's also remember the end days are near. I will not be doing this every single day past January 5th. And they absolutely need to pay attention to this wish list. Respond to me on it, or shit's gonna go down. Okay? Cool. Peace out. Whips Picks. Song of the day is Weekend by Mac Miller featuring Miguel. This song is tremendous, of course picked because of the Saturday to Coda Day change on this weekend, final weekend of 2022, although it's actually getting cut short by a day. This song is so great, kind of a futuristic sound in ways, but doesn't divert too drastically as far as vocals go. I also think that kind of every part that connects this song and the in-between portions are really amazing. I'd probably consider this to be one of Mac's best songs, and usually the ones that I really love by him are a little bit more chilling and haunting and dramatic. And this one does bring drama, but much more in an upbeat sense. And I think it's a bit more of a joyful, exciting song, which is, yeah, like, oh, once I get to the weekend, it's all good, it's time to have fun, yay, yay, yay. I also think that Miguel really shines in this song, especially the part where it's really just him towards the end as well. And worth checking out if you're not familiar with it. Then the video of the day, I went with back-to-back Dr. Phil meme posts, because this is a YouTube poop where Dr. Phil gets demented. They do a great job of building suspense in this one and just having really long, awkward pauses. They really thrived in putting those through. And I figured I would do another Dr. Phil thing because Gavin sent this to me the day before saying it should be video of the day. And I went against his wishes for the Dr. Phil one that I used to watch with Paige with the shut the hell up, bitch. But I've been liking some YouTube poops lately. Like, they're just goofy, and it's fun seeing people saying things that are so outrageously out of character. And I love the splicing up of things to do that. It's always something that I enjoy. And this is a good example of it, and they go in some creative directions towards the end. That's it for the Daily Do. The last one of 2022. That just kind of hit me. Something's got to change.